Good morning to you all, our dear students. We are very happy to be with you this morning.
Good morning, Dr. Moore.
You're welcome. And before we begin anything over here, Bogema University, we cannot do anything without putting ourselves before our Lord. So we are going to ask Moses to lead us in prayer before we begin the whole process. So Moses.
Let's bow our heads and we pray. Our kind and loving Father in heaven, we thank you for this beautiful morning given to us. Thank you for the breath of life. As which for us have wrongdoing, worthless and understandings. And as we come here for this training, loving Father, may you come and be with us. Maybe with everyone who's going to attend this training that should be beneficial to our academic and family for your name. Bless our presenters, all of them. Give us understanding. May your will be done and forevermore. Jesus Christ, I pray.
Amen.
Amen.
Yeah, thank you, Moses. Once again, greetings to all of you. We are very happy, as I said, we are very, very, very grateful to be here this morning to interact with you on what we have to do as far as the training is concerned this morning. You know, COVID-19 pandemic crisis came and then it threw all of us overboard. Everything is turned upside down. And because of that, we all went home. Since March up to this time, we are all at home. We are not able to meet. We are not able to interact. We can interact online, but face-to-face is not there anymore. And so when we were at home, our VCs of all universities around, they were agitating that how we did not finish the second semester. How do we go about our studies? Because now we are locked down, everyone is at home. So they talked about that one, and then they talked to the National Council. National Council also talked to the government, and then the government called all the vice chancellors and the National Council to the president upward where he stays, and they discussed so much about whatever that they have put across, that the government should help us to be able to go maybe reopen school and then teach our students. So what the government did was the president of Uganda, President Museveni, His Excellency, gave a task to the National Council to come out with guidelines that will allow all universities to be able to go online and teach. So when they went, they sat down, they came out with the guidelines and they gave to all universities around. So if you are able to follow those guidelines and then do whatever that they need, so that at least that we'll be able to check the pandemic and then do so many things, then they will allow us to teach online. So that is what NCHE did. They gave us the guidelines. And when it came to Bogema University, the administration formed a committee. And I will talk to you about the committee. Formed a committee, an ad hoc committee on ODEL teaching and learning. And so our distance learning, as we call it. And then we sat down, we started working. We worked a lot. You guys were at home, but we were working a lot to come out with all the guidelines, policies, how we are going to teach, the SOPs, everything. So after finishing, we gave it to administration, they went through, and then it went to the National Council. While we were there, the Minister of Education and Minister of Health also brought us their guidelines as far as SOPs are concerned and how we'll be able to check on the COVID so that when students are in, they will not contract this virus. So we worked on all these. So as of now, as I'm telling you, we have had 3 different groups coming to Bogema University to check on us, whatever that we did, we worked very, very well. And after working, the Minister of Health came there, the Minister of Education also came there, National Council came twice to check on us, to see that all these strategies that we have to put in place to allow distance learning to go on, or students who have to come back to campus, we have done them. So we did everything over there. And one of them is what we are coming to do today. They ask us to train our students, train our lecturers, train our professors to be able to know how to use to be able to teach online. You know, this thing has not been with us. We have been having face-to-face. It's only the graduate school. You are the ones who had a little bit of that one. So one of the guidelines, as I'm saying, is to train our students and our lecturers. For the past 2-3 months, we have had about 3 trainings. One for our lecturers and 2 for our students. And I know maybe some of you have been joined, but we realize that since you are graduate school and you are working, and some of you cannot join us during those periods, you ask us to also help you so that you'll be able to join the wagon for all of us to be able to move. So that is why today we are here to chat with you and to help you to be able to know what you have to do. And so our assignment today, I want Mr. Seth to put on the program. I want us to go through the program, even though we have sent them to you, what we are going to do today, so that you know. And we don't want anyone to leave. If you leave, it will become a little bit of a problem for you. Later on, we are going to send we are going to put on the videos, but it's better for you to know and ask questions so that you'll be able to sort things out for you to know what we are going to do. School has, on the 15th, students are coming. The nurses are already there. They were with them. They came somewhere on the 28th. And on the 15th, we have other programs that are also coming in. The finalists are coming in. But when it comes to even adult teaching, we start on the 5th. It's an online teaching to all students. So we are a little bit late. And so we want to help you to be able to know, so that at least you can join your teachers and others, your lecturers, and then teach you on. The first, we have a prayer communication. I'm now giving you the communication. And then after that, we will go into creating an account, how you students can create an account, the link, we go through the requirements. We are going to go through the requirements for you to be able to know how to create all the account, and then account confirmation will be there. We will confirm it. And then number 4, the technicians will be are coming. They are going to do a good work over here. So we want you to be with us. Then from there we go to number 4, registration process. The business office, how you have to pay your money, and selecting your courses. The HODs are also trying to help you. The registrar's office also doing the clearance. And then the virtual learning directory is also clearing students so that you'll be able to do your studies. Number 5, we are going to help you to introduce you to a module. What is module? Why module as a learning management system? We are going to use it in Bogema University. Now we are having a paradigm shift. And then the paradigm shift is going to help us to reach you while you are at home, you are at work. And then how to access the learning management system, the link, going through the module dashboard for students, and then module mobile application activation. All these, we are going to do it before we move. And then number 6, using the module, it's over there. Assessing it, assessing the courses, the handouts, assignments and quizzes, handling forums, and then the progress bar. All these are going to, because your lecturers are going to use this to teach you. So you have to know all this. Can I move to number 7 if there is any other thing? And then questions and answers section will be there. And then everything will be okay. And then we have this legend over there, what LMS means, ERMS means, module and HOD. All these are there to help you to be able to link with us this morning. So I am pleased to inform you that we are here. If you have any question that you want to ask, we have the chat box, you can write. And then later on, after presentations or presentations, then we'll be answering you for you to understand whatever that we are going to do. So as Bogema University says, may the Lord be with you for the whole of this day. Stay with us. And at the end of it all, you will know that you are not the same. And you are moving to a direction that everyone around the globe is also doing. So thank you for joining us. If your friends have not joined us and you know them, tell them that it's very important for them to join us over here for us to continue with this. Thank you so much. We shall begin, and as I've already told you, we have the program over here. We are going to number 3, creating an account. So I will leave that one to, before even I allow them to go on to this, I have to introduce all of them to you so that you know. When they are talking, they will tell you what they are doing. So the first person that I want to introduce is the director, the associate director of this campus. That is Mr. Ronnie Otieno, that you know already. The university has asked him to be here as the deputy director for Kampala campus. So he will be also presenting a lot. So he's here with us. And then we have Mr. Timothy Burumi, who is now the virtual directorate director. Gone on the other days, it was Mr. Ronnie. Now it is Mr. Timothy, who is in that directorate. And he's also going to do something. I'm not going to tell you. When he comes in, he'll tell you what he has to do. And then we have Mr. Seth Chibenda. Seth Chibenda, you know him. Now, when you come to Bogema University, he is the one who is the director for IT support services. And he does a lot over there to help us to get all this internet and other things. The ERMS and all those things that we are using is there for us. And then apart from him, I have about 4 members who are in the virtual directorate department. And the first, I'm not just going to mention their names as if we are creating a position for them, but they are all workers over there. They are helping Timothy to be able to do his work. And then the first person that I want to mention is Brother Musa Moses. Moses, can you wave to them? Yes, he's working in the directorate. We have Nathan Buyinza. Nathan, can you wave to them so that they see you? Okay, Nathan is there. And then we have to call Emmanuel. Of course, can you wave to them? Yes, he's also working in that department. You know, now we are moving, we have a paradigm shift, so we have to have so many people in that directorate to be able to work with us. And when we come to Kampala campus, you know, there's someone sitting behind us over here, and you know him very well. He's called Jeff. You all know him. Without Jeff, there are so many things that you cannot do. So he's also here backing us, shadowing us to be able to do our work over here. And as you know, those who don't know me, I'm Dr. John Amoa, the Quality Assurance Director, and also the chairperson for this Odell Committee. So we thank you so much for being with us. We have our ladies who are also cooking for us. With them, they are not here. We will not mention, they are there. Without them, we cannot do anything. So they are also trying to give us something that will allow us to push forward. So may the Lord be with us all as we go through today our training. So let me leave you to begin creating an account. Creating an account. So we are going to allow Nathan to do that one. Sorry, it's not Nathan per se, but it's our brother Seth Tibenda who is going to do that one. So get ready for Seth. He's going to begin with you. And if you have any question, please just write. Thank you. Seth, it's your turn.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I might be a bit fast because some of you have to save your data. And what are we talking about at the moment? We are talking about 2 links that we are going to give you today. Mark these links. Mark these links. We have, they're going to be projected shortly. We have ERMS. We have 2 systems, ERMS and e-learning, or another LMS that is where you connect to it using elearning.bugemauniv.ac.ug. We have ERMS. What is ERMS? ERMS is a registration system in the university. ERMS is the registration system in the university. Please try to mark that. Then, what is elearning.bugemauniv.ac.ug? That is the classroom. Okay? Try to differentiate these 2 things because we've had issues whereby people are going to the e-learning portal to register in the university. That's not how it's supposed to be. You register using that link that you are shown, erms.bugemauniv.ac.ug/student. Hope I'm clear. When you get to that site, what do? As a regular student, we've been using this system for almost 7 years. For those that are well conversant with it, you are good to go. For those that are new to it, although you're continuing students, this is where I begin from. Now I'm beginning with the continuing students. As you see on the landing page, once you click erms.bugemauniv.ac.ug/student, you get to this photo where there is login. Click on that login section. Okay? And this is what you're going to find. You'll find a new registration, forgot password. In case you forget your password, please just click there and it will tell you what to do next. As a new student who has never registered in this system, so long as your account is registered by Bugema University, you'll continue with a new registration. But as an old student, you put in your username and your password, but still as an old student who has never registered in this ERMS system, you go to new registration, okay? You go to new registration, and then it will send you to the next section, which is where you have to put in your username. What is your username? Your username is your student ID, not your name, as Moses Karugaba or Sechitoreko Victor. Okay? Just use your email, just use your student ID. Okay? Then when you come to the email address, please try to use a genuine email address that you won't forget, because this one is going to help you in recovering your account or resetting your account, okay? Then you go to the password section where you have to put in characters that are not less than 8. And then you should have at least, okay, security, you should have at least a capital letter, a number, and I don't know how I can explain that, but you should have something like dots as because once I use the word we use, then some people have a problem with it. The dots, hash, question marks, such things. Okay?
Underscore.
Then, underscore. You can confirm your password, put the right date of birth, then the ladies. Secret question, ask yourself a question that you'll be able to answer even after 3 years. Okay? Ask yourself a question that you'll be able to answer. Why? When you go to the reset password section that we saw, it is going to ask you for all these. It's going to ask you for your email address, ID, and then it's going to ask you for the secret question and the secret answer. Okay? Next section, after you register, click on that button that says register, and what will happen? The system will send an email address to your account, your email account that you've registered with, okay? And then activate the account. Continue and activate the account. After activating your account, it will ask you for one thing like wait for administrator approval. At Kampala campus, we have Jeff who is in charge of approving the students. In case you've spent around 10 minutes and you've got no approval, please try to contact Jeff. Okay? But we approve at the main campus, and then the Kampala campus also people approve. So on days like Saturdays, it might take longer because usually there is no one in office. But any other day like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the working days, please, there will be someone to admit you. And you'll be sent an email address telling you that your account has been approved. Okay? For continuing students, those who already have accounts, on the login page, fill in your registration number, okay, and the password that you provided during the registration. Then choose login. And when you log in, is someone talking to me? Can you please try to mute your mics?
And then we shall give them questions time.
We'll give you time to ask questions. Okay? When you log in, this is what you find. Student profile. Once you get to the student profile, please don't just leave it. Check on your student profile. That means those are the details that we have in the registrar's office. Make sure it's perfect. I've had instances of people coming on graduation and clearing for graduation. Okay? Having issues with their names, having issues with their dates of birth, having issues with their courses. Please make sure you follow that student profile. Whatever is there is what we have in our systems. And that's what will come when we give you your transcript or your certificate. The registration card, in case you want to access the registration card and you've registered fully, please, you'll find it there. Okay? Those class permits, you'll find them there. These details, you can get the fees details in this login also. You can follow up your fees payments, exam clearance, library, assessment sheets, semester-wise, and grade slips.
Yeah.
After that, what do we do? As a student who is registering for the new semester, a continuing student registering for a new semester, you go to that section where there is course registration. Okay? Just click on that section. where there is course registration. And what will you find there? The moment you click on that, the first thing you have to do before, you won't see anything on the pages down until you enter your semester. If it is first semester, just put 1. If it's a second semester, just put 2. If it is third semester, just put 3 for those doing summer. Okay? Then just click on the side after that, after putting the number. And then the courses that you'll be given by your head of department will come to that section where there is offered courses for registration. The courses will come down where there is offered courses for registration. Okay? Please, can you mute your mics the moment you log in or the moment you join? And that's what you're going to find. Okay? And then what do? The moment you select, you look for your courses among all those courses that are set down on the offered courses section. Then you see those plus signs that say add on the right-hand side, my right-hand side. Okay? Just click on those signs. Just click on those signs, and the system will ask you confirm addition. Make sure you select the right course that you're going to do, the right subject that you want to do, or according to the bulletin. Okay? Then say okay. Once you say okay, that means that subject is going to move from the left, from my left, to the right where there is selected courses for registration. Okay? Selected courses for registration. And in case you make a mistake and you feel like the course I selected, I think wasn't the right one, the subject wasn't the right one, okay? You can, on the complete right, my right, of that section where there is selected courses for registration, just click on that minus, sign. Click on the minus sign, and it will take back the course to where you got it from, the subject. It will take back the subject to where you got it from. And mark you, whenever you're selecting your courses, there is a fee that is shown down for each course, for each subject that you select. Okay? For each subject that you select. Okay? The system will show you the total number of subjects that you've selected, plus the hours that you've selected. Okay? After that, what do? Continue and apply. That's where the apply button is. Apply. The moment you apply, these course subjects will be sent to your head of department. Okay? After applying, call your head of department in case they haven't sent the courses, but make sure you call them and request him or her to approve the courses that you have applied for. And the way forward as you prepare, because the heads of department know what to do. So in case you finish that, call them to approve your courses. After approving those subjects, please, the heads of department will tell you what to do next, okay? As you prepare to join the e-learning or virtual classes after the registration process. Note this, ladies and gentlemen. I said the ERMS portal, which is erms.bukemayuni.ac.ug, is a registration portal in the university. I want you to differentiate this. Then, what we are going to have next, which is called e-learning, or e-learning.bukemayuni.ac.ug, that is the classroom. That is the classroom. Okay? And for details about joining the e-learning classes, please contact the virtual learning director on this number. If you can write it down for those that have seen it. Okay. And his name is Mr. Timothy Birumi. Contact them on that number. Contact him on that number. Okay, then I think, unless when you have any question in this, let me have a look. In case this is the Baguta Lydia Mary, she asked if I want to change the specialization, will the form be accessible online or I need to come physically? The form won't be accessible online in case you want to change the specialization. This is because there will be a private talk with the head of department or the registrar about that. Those are rare cases. That means we won't have so many people changing their specialization. So you can come in, please. You need the contact numbers too. We sent those numbers, but in case you haven't got one, please just drop your email address here and they will send you one. Someone will talk about that. Or you can, in fact, you can communicate also with Jeff, and he will tell you what to do next. For those at Kampala campus, please, in case of anything, most of you have Jeff's number. He will direct you to all the section. And I have been told that there's a WhatsApp group for the university here. In case you have any question, please just use that WhatsApp group. And we have the WhatsApp group written down here. Okay, Ron is coming with the WhatsApp group. Someone asked Nemesha America, one presenter, some from Burundi doing masters in accounting. On my side, I've been trying since February to register on ERMS, but I've never got an email approval from the admin. So I would like to ask, how will I go to access on e-learning without ERMS? Okay, this is simple. Please, I am the admin. America, you have my number, and you always send me WhatsApp messages. Please contact me. I will show you how to go over that. Okay? Okay. Are there any more questions, please? Side down.
Who joined last year.
Okay, someone is saying, that's Nora Kohai. He said, I have not speak well on how to register for different subjects. My call had dropped. We will send you a recording because if we go back for everyone, we'll spend the rest of the day here. But in short, you just go to that portal, which is erms.bukemauni.ac.ug, and top student, and then let us first project it here, and then I pass through it very fast. Sorry for those that have already taken it up. You go to that link, get to that login section, and I think she asked about mainly the selection of courses. Can you move down? The selection of courses or subjects, okay? Then wait. The moment you get there, you go to course registration, okay? Course registration, and then to bring you to that section whereby the first thing you have to do, members, please don't forget, because you might call me telling me I'm seeing no courses. The first thing you have to do is to put in the semester. That is, in case you're in semester 1, just put in number 1. In case you are in semester 2, just insert number 2. In case you are in semester 3, that is, those are usually called summer classes or practicum. just put in 3. And then the moment you put in that number, click on the side, anywhere on the side of that screen, that screen. And then the courses, the subjects or the courses will come down, and you'll be able to select them. You'll be able to select them. You'll be able to select them by adding. And the moment you add, the system will ask you whether you're sure about what you're doing. That means it will ask you confirm selection or confirm addition. Then that course will subject will be moved from the. Please, can you switch off your mics? One baby is disturbing a bit. The subject will move from your left, my left, to the right. Okay? The moment it has moved to the right, and if you like that's not the right code or the subject name that I selected, just click on minus and it will go back to its original place. Okay? And at the bottom down there, you'll be seeing the credit hours or the total credit hours and the amount of money for each credit hour that you add. Then after that, you apply. The moment you apply, automatically these subjects can go to. In the case you have applied, now this is another thing. In the case you've applied, and you remember after applying her, there's a subject I was supposed to have added, and then maybe there's a subject I want to remove, then please call the HOD before he or she approves. Okay? Call the HOD, he'll be able to edit your subjects or courses. Okay? And is there any other question, Dr. Moore? Pardon? Ladies and gentlemen, make sure the moment you get these logins, you don't lose them. Because the moment this system is going to be used the rest of your lifetime in the university. Can someone, the rest of your lifetime in the university, okay? Please make sure you don't forget your login. In case you've forgotten, someone's baby is asking for something, please switch off your mics. In case you've forgotten your password, okay? I know you can't forget your ID, but you can forget your password for some of us that have grown up to a certain age, okay? Just click on in case you've forgotten your password, you go into your login page, okay? You go into your login page and click on forgot password. Click on forgot password. Okay, the moment you go to forgot password, it will ask you first of all for your email address or secret question and answer. Don't forget that secret question and answer. Please use a question and answer that you can't easily forget. Like me, one question I can't forget is my wife's first name or my wife's third name. All of you don't know it. I'm the only one. But that one I can't forget it. Okay? Faith Nabukera, please. At the moment, we need one presenter. Thank you very much. Another question? There is Nora Tuhise. We did summer on virtual, and we are meant to start research seminar. Do we need this system also? Someone has answered you. Ronnie has answered you. Thanks a lot, Ronnie.
And someone is also asking whether if you have one semester, you can you have to be in this training. I have also answered, but you can just say so.
Thanks. In case you have whether you have one semester, whether you're remaining with this is the system we are using to register in the university. Most of the time, instead of you coming to the university, in fact, there's one thing I forgot. How do you pay your money? That's a question no one has asked. How do you pay your money to the university without coming to the university? Okay? Before you register, please, in case you've gone to your bulletin and you know the number of courses, most of you have the fee structure. And I think in case you don't have your fee structure, please contact GF or the finance office at the Kampala campus for the what? For your fee structure. Look at your fee structure, you know the amount of money you're supposed to pay. Go to the bank, pay that money, whether you're paying 50% or 100%, pay that money and take, either scan or take a photo with a good camera, not the other cameras that use buttons. Take a good photo, a clear photo, and send it to this email address that I'm going to give you. Can you help me write it? Okay, Ron has written it down. Ron has written it down. Use that email address, send your bank slip, the school copy or the university copy to that email, okay? Send the university copy to that email, and in case you haven't got a response, please contact the same email for more information, okay? Make sure you do that because your registration won't continue from the section where I've left off until they've confirmed that your man has been done what? Someone please switch off your mic. Can all of you switch off your mics? Try to send that bank slip, that email address, which is account@bogemayuniv.sc.ug. Thank you very much. Unless when there's another question that I have to answer before we proceed.
Or if there's anyone who wants to ask questions verbally.
In case someone wants to ask questions verbally and you have a problem like mine that you can't type very fast, please just unmute your mic and talk to us. Unmute your mic and talk to us. Thank you very much.
Let's check. This one is our registration process. Can I talk?
Registration process, huh?
No, I just want to tell them that the next one.
The next one will be creating an account of the LMS. That's what Nathan is going to share.
Oh, okay.
Ezra Bayer, you're asking a question with this online system. How are we going to be charged? I think it's supposed to be charged per course unit. I'm doing e-learning program, but we are not paying the same like regular students. My big question, we need our lecturers to take us serious because we are paying too much money. That question has been noted. Please, you get an answer before we end this session. Thanks a lot. Ezra Bayer, please switch off your mic. I've not seen the email address for online payment. I think someone send it again. Ron is going to send it again. And another question, this is from Patricia Bako. Some of us had cleared fees for the semester, but we had not done exam. So what do we do? Dr. Moore is going to answer that question.
Yeah, my dear Mary, the government has not allowed us to do the exams. And so what the universities are doing, is that we are strategizing what should be done, whether to do it on online and online, do all those things that I told you. The National Council has to accredit. When the National Council accredits you, that means we can study online. But the government of Uganda has to give us a mandate to start exams first. He has given us mandate to continue, but the exams he has not given. So we are waiting for the government and the president to tell us first before we can. So that one, information that we sent to you, you'll see somewhere there from the registrar's office that examination for the second semester will be communicated later. So that's how it is. It is not us, but we have to wait for the government because this country is his.
Thank you very much, Dr. Moore. There's another question down there. Let me hope Ron has answered it. Some of us had cleared fees for the semester. No, that one we finished. Baguta Lydia Mary, will fees be reduced since we are now online?
No,
Yes. That's something we are not
those days will be Can I answer that one?
Yes, please, Dr. Moore, can you answer that?
There are some fees that will not be there. If you have practicals that you have to do, get to know that this is not purely online. We call it blended learning. A time will come that you will come and then do the practicals. Those who have practicals to do. So it is not, even the National Council told us that it should not be purely online. It is a blended learning thing. And so the university has not given us that chance to, that one will come from the registrar's office if you want to. And there is an email also for the finance office. So that's, yeah, we shall put it over there.
It's already there.
It's already there. So if you want to ask questions about such, please let us direct them to that email and they will answer you. Ours is just to train you so that you know how to utilize this one. And so please know where to direct your questions to. There are some, as he said, there are some that will not be there for you to pay. But almost everything it's there for you to pay. So just direct your questions. They have asked us that if students ask us, we should allow you to direct your question to them through that particular finance is it bogemayuni.ac.ug. You write over there, it goes to the finance department, and then they will answer you these questions.
Thanks a lot, Dr. Moore. Now, the main thing is we have that email address, which is finance@bugemaini.ac.ug. That is for the main campus, main office, main financial office. Okay. Now the accounts.kc@bugemaini.ac.ug. That one is for Kampala campus. For those in Mbale, please, for those in Arua first, contact Mr. Watibini Andrew at your campus. He will give you the way forward. For those in Mbale, contact Mr. Kaino or Mrs. Tenyua. They will give you a way forward. I will send you shortly the number for those in Arua and then the number for those people in Mbale. Johnson Musinguzi, we need guidance. You communicated that we're starting lectures next Sunday and examinations on 8th November. We need clarification on this. May I ask Ronnie to answer this?
Yes, Johnson, the thing is, we are starting lectures on 8th we are starting lectures next Sunday. And that's why we are coming in to share with you this. And the reason why we are sharing with you this is because we want you to get acquainted with the system, what the system is saying. So the first part that we have just shared is the part whereby we have talked about the ERMS. ERMS is Education Resource Management System. That's where you register. But after getting that registration card and you have chosen your courses and everything is there,
That's the next part we are going. And the next part we are going is the LMS, the Learning Management System. Now, that's where we are going to take you next. When we take you there next, it means that on Sunday when you come in to start studies, that's the continuing students. When you come in to start studying as a continuing student, you'll be online, and that's when you're going to start your classes. But for the graduate school, for the finalists, they're also going to continue and finalize, and all of us are going through the LMS. That is the Moodle we are using for studies, and that's where we are going to take you next. This was the first part, showing that you have registered and making sure that you are a student of Bugema University. And that's why we are sharing, how do I become a Bugema University student? Now, Mr. Seth has taken us through that. Some of the questions people are asking, we are trying to avoid them. Reason is, we have not handled the learning management system. How are you going to get your notes? How are you going to be in class? That's the next part. So I'll ask you to, please, we have done the first part of the education resource management system. Now we are going to go to the next part, the learning management system, of which we are requesting you to be now at par with us, and then we are going to go very slowly on it. That's when we can answer most of the questions, like how will the exams be online, what, online, and all these things. We are trying to avoid them for now because we have not taken you through the learning management system. We have only done the education resource management system, which has already been in Bugema for a long time. So allow me to welcome the next presenter. He will answer more of the questions that you are throwing on the wall. And if you find that you are using so much MBs, I'll request you to just mute your video.
Mm-hmm.
If you realize your MBs are going too much, mute the video, and then you only remain on the receivership part of the audio. You mute, yes. When you mute it, then you can continue chatting with us. It will save your MBs. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, Ronnie. Before we go to the portal, the learning portal, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, mind one thing, don't register in that portal before you do the university registration that I told you, that is on the ERMS portal. Most of you have tried to register the e-learning portal before registering in the ERMS portal, which is the entry into all the university registration. You won't be approved.
That's the entry point.
And I don't want you to get disappointed. Thank you very much. Can you wait for the next presenter, please?
That one. Nathan.
Well, I would like to also welcome you, those who are still with us.
You can mention your name again.
My name, I'm Ulinza Nathan, working with the virtual directorate, and I'm going to take you through the virtual environment that we are going to be using as we are studying. That is the LMS that we are going to be using
As a classroom.
as an interaction between your lecturers and you, the students. So we need you to create accounts with this system, as I'll be showing you. But I'm going to give you a link to show you where you're going to be accessing this.
Share.
How do you reach there?
So here we are. We may ask ourselves, how did I reach here? For those, all of you that are into your browsers, web browsers, could be Google Chrome, it could be Firefox, it could be Edge, Microsoft Edge. You you type elearning.bugemauniv.sc.ug. elearning.bugemauniv.sc.ug. Where we type that, we don't just type it in any other place. You type it in what we call the address bar. The address bar is the topmost typing area on your browser, the topmost. Some of you may want to first search for Google and then you type it under there. It might disturb you. So to go directly, you have to put it in the address bar. That's the topmost text input area. You put it there. elearning.bugemauniv, no space, .sc.ug. It will take you directly to the link, to the site. So when you press enter and continue, let me hope I'm going with some of you.
Yes.
Okay, mind the spellings. If you put a wrong spelling, it will show you what you've seen on that screen. So we should mind the spellings. So here we come. We are onto the platform. As you see, it's beautifully designed for your interaction with your lecturers, and you can feel free to go through it to the bottom. It will be of great use to you. So now, what are we going to do with this? We are supposed to create our accounts. For those of you who may want to communicate directly to us through this site, there is leave a message down here. When you click on it, it will bring that windows, and you put in your name, put in your email address, and then send us a message. We'll be in touch with you. We can respond directly to you. So that's one of the, you don't need to log in for that. You just need to communicate to us, and we shall get the message and we'll let you know on what you need to know. So we are students and we want to register, we want to apply or to sign up for this account. What are we going to do? We can go to login.
They said they are not seeing your presentation.
Yeah. Where is the shared screen?
We go to login. That's the screen where we are. For those that already have accounts, you can easily put in your login credentials and you proceed. For those that don't have accounts, you may just click the blue button the way I've done. You click the blue button where the hand is pointing, and after it loads, you'll see what it will bring us. If you don't have any account, just click on that button. It will give you a different page where we are going to create our accounts. Mind you, you will only have access to the courses into the system when you have done when you're done with your registration. What we are going to do, we will need to have your registration card with a status of e-learning. Remember, your registration card used to have status voting, status or something like that. This time it's going to have a status e-learning. It should have status e-learning. So with that, it will give us a go ahead that we are going to activate your account, and you'll be able to interact with the lecturers and the courses and the course content that are into your courses that you're going to be offering. Let's first deal with this internship error. So you can go through your registration process normally, but when you finish registration, you will need to have this account activated for you. For now, you can create this account with us, or at a later time, you can feel free to create that account, but it will only be accessible after you have completed your registration. So here we are. This is another login page where you can log in. For those that have accounts, or when you already have accounts, you just need to go under the name, put in your username and the password, and you will be able to log in. That is when you have an account. For those that don't have an account, we are going to create new accounts. You see where my cursor is? Create new account. There's a statement here. Is this your first time here? If it is your first time, I'm sure that most of you, it might be your first time. You are going to click on this, create my account. So when you click on create my account, it's going to give us an interface where we will be putting in our login credentials. For example, here we are. It's beautifully designed with the school logo, and we are going to create our new account. So under username, I would advise that you read the statements below. I would advise that you read the statements below. For the user accounts, it's recommended, for username, it's recommended that you have it typed in small letters. Otherwise, it will disturb you. I would advise that you use small letters or lowercase. Use lowercase. For example, I'm Nathan. I will use my username as Nathan, small letters, lowercase. Okay, let's get that properly. So after the username, we are going to go through the password. The password should be a very strong password, secure, and it's only you and you who is supposed to know it. It's a private thing that you're supposed to know it by yourself. The password must have at least 8 characters, at least 1 digit, 4 digits, at least 1 lowercase letter, 4 small letters, at least 1 uppercase letter, at least 1 non-numerical character. I'm reading these things as you're seeing them there. And those non-numerical characters could be a star, could be a comma, could be an hyphen, could be a hash, it could be an @ sign. For those of you maybe who use currency of dollars, you could put a $sign. It will work. It could be a full stop as long as it's not a letter, it's not a character, it's not a number. So our password is going to include a number, a letter, a lowercase and uppercase, and non-numerical. I'm going slow because there are some that are writing and noting them down, and it's advisable that you note this down because it will help you in the near future. We don't want it to disturb you. We want you to write it down and then keep it somewhere you can easily retrieve that from. So, for those that are creating now the accounts, you can go with us. You will need to put in your email address. As we are creating the ERMS accounts, use an email address. You can feel free to use the same email address on this learning management system as well. You put in your email address here, and then you put it in again for confirmation. You put it in again for confirmation. If you do not put in anything, it will tell you that something is missing, and it's a requirement. When you see this red icon with an exclamation mark, that means it's a requirement. You must put it in. You must write it there. Let's proceed. After putting the email address and reporting the email address again, we are going to put in our first name. My first name is Buyenza. Your first name could be your first name, you know it better. Your second name, your surname is also required. Down there, you put it in there. According to your location, you are required to put in the city or town where you are. My city here in Uganda, I'm in Kampala city. If you're in Kigali, if you're in Rwanda, Kigali is your city. If you're elsewhere, you know where you are, you just put in your city or town. And down here, we have a drop down where you have to select which country you are. I'm in Uganda, you may be in a different country that I'm not in, South Sudan, Somalia, it could be around this, it could be, you put it in there, it's self-explanatory. So after putting it in there, here, you are also required to put in your student's registration number. Your student's registration number. Now, after all is done, we will click on create my new account. Create my new account. If you're not sure about what you're doing, or if you change your mind that you're not creating this account, you can cancel. But we advise that since you are a student and you're watching this, we advise that you also advise others to create accounts with the learning management system. So after creating my account, it will give you, it will tell you that you've been sent an email for verification in your email address. Remember, you put in your email address. So that email address is where the message will be sent, and you'll be told to wait for admin approval. Admin approval might not take so long. You might wait for about 15 minutes, and then your account will be ready. For only those who have registration cards with the status of e-learning. That means you've done completely your registration.
Payments, you pay your fees.
Yeah, the registration, that means you pay your fees, you're putting your courses in the ERMS, and you're done with everything to a point that you've given the registration card. So when you're given the registration card, you're not on campus, you're off campus, you're at home, you're everywhere, anywhere you are. What are you going to do? We would advise that you make use of the internet. Make a snapshot of that registration card or scan it. You must make sure it is clearly seen. Send it to the e-learning email address. Send it to the e-learning email address. The e-learning email address is this: elearning@bugemauniv.ac.ug. Those who are writing down, who are noting down, I repeat, it's e-learning. There is no hyphen, no nothing. It's just e-learning @bugemauniv.ac.ug. When you send that registration card, we will receive it, and we will resend a message to you that we have confirmed your registration. You can go on and then see your course detail, your course content. The lecturers are ready for you. We would advise that you do it earlier in time because the lectures are soon beginning and others have already started. So mind you might be, we don't want you to be late for this. Do it in time, and then we shall see ourselves interacting not physically, virtually with our lecturers. I want to thank you so much for listening to me. I'm going to send you the links. I'm going to send the links where you will easily access. It's just a matter of clicking, and then you'll be there. For those that are just joining in, we are going to send those links and you will be able to click on them and access the virtual environment. Otherwise, thank you so much for your attendance and your patience. We are here to work hand in hand with you and to help you in any challenge that you will be facing. Thank you so much for listening to us.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think you have some questions. Those who have questions that they can ask verbally, you can do that one. Other than that, I will ask Nathan to go and check and read the questions. We have the technicians over here to answer these questions.
Okay.
No one is asking.
Yeah, there are so many questions over there. I want us to look through and then answer
You
your
have time
question.
to answer.
Answer your question.
If you have time to answer them.
Mhm.
So what is the challenge?
Let me check and see whether there are some that we can answer.
Now, which is not answered is guide us on school pay process. Now, the whole thing about paying school fee, Nora, you are saying guide us on school pay process and how can we share the evidence of payment. Now, if you go through school pay, that's why we gave you the telephone contact and the email contact of the accounts, like for Kampala campus, for example. If you're in Arua, then we gave you the contact for WhatBin. Now, all these people have got the access. So when you call them, they will initiate the school pay code because each student has got a school pay code. So when they initiate it, you just transfer your money. At that point, if you use the school pay, there's nothing like sending in your receipts. But if you go to the bank and then you pay in the bank, when you pay in the bank, then they require you to first take a snap or take a photo of the receipt that you have. Now with this photo of the receipt, you will send it either to accounts.kc@bugemainiv.ac.ug. That one will come direct to Kampala campus. If you're in Arua, just get to WhatBin. WhatBin is going to give you the email address for his office in Arua. If you're going to share this and you feel that we have to share direct to main campus, then the photo that you have taken, you send it to finance@bugemainiv.ac.ug. The finance will answer so many questions. Finance is the business office in main campus. They can do everything. So if you have any question on finance, that is the email address that you can use. I'm going to type it down there again. finance@bugemainiv.ac.ug. This email address, any questions that you have in money, about school fee, about what, just communicate through that email address, finance@bugemainiv.ac.ug. They'll answer your question. There's a question about timetable. The Virtual Learning Directorate is going to share the timetable. For example, the graduate school, Jeff has tried sharing the timetable that is going to be followed. Now, the graduate school, the Virtual Learning Directorate will be in control of the timetable. You will find your lecturers and everything. The system is going to be open for them. Now, for issues towards class timetable, just know that they're going to be shared. Like graduate school, so far, Jeff has shared a timetable with us on the WhatsApp. We are also going to get this timetable and share with you. Now, if you have any question about e-learning.bugemainiv.ac, if you have any complication,
Then you can also share through this email address, Timothy, elearning@bugemauniv, elearning@bugemauniv.ac.ug. For any inquiry, please use this account. For any inquiry, use that email address. Patricia Bako, can it be shared on email since some of us are on WhatsApp group? Everything that we are talking about here can also be shared on email. So WhatsApp group has just been a social media that has been used very far. But if you have any query, Nathan has also typed it there. If you have any query, reach that email address. There's a gentleman who is going to be answering your questions and everything. Otherwise, that was the registration process. How do you register on our learning management system? Our learning management system by name is called Moodle. Moodle. It is M-O-O-D-L-E. This Moodle means M stands for modular, O stands for object, the next O stands for oriented, and then we have dynamic, and then L stands for learning, and then the last E stands for environment. Now, this is an open source software that can be used, and we need to appreciate the honors and everything. Bugema University is using Moodle towards this. And after that, I want to call my brother, the virtual learning director, Mr. Timothy Birumi, to continue with that. Mr. Timothy.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Ronnie, for the introduction. As we all know now, Moodle in full, Moodle stands for Modular Object-Oriented Dynamic Learning Environment. It is an open source LMS. And why Moodle for LMS in Bugema University? There are very many LMSs out there, but we find it more user-friendly and supportive-friendly after testing and reviewing the other LMSs. You can do anything you wish with Moodle. And there is a large community, an open source community, which is standby for any support. Accessing the LMS link, our previous presenter Nathan has taken us through. Our LMS link is elearning.bugemauniv.ac.ug. When you reach the platform, you have been taught how to create an account, and you have the account. What is remaining is activation. As a student, you have to note that you have to fully be registered, and then it is to us to activate your account. Okay. A minute. Let me try to access the account of the student. Okay, let me share my screen. Okay, here we are. So, after you access our link, elearning.bugamauni.ac.ug, and you have created an account, you are eligible to continue to class, whereby already your teachers are waiting and they have created the course content and the interactive sessions. So, by click of a button, there is a red button up here with the title login. When you tap it, and your account has been confirmed and the confirmation welcome message has been sent to your email, you just enter the username you created as you are registering, and you input your password here, and you press enter. From that step, it will activate, it will take you to the student account, whereby you'll find your courses listed and the teacher waiting for you. Just a minute. Working. And what will you find when you log into your student account? The first page, which will present all the dashboard, and we are going to go through it and we see what we have there.
Every time I visit.
What's up?
Taban, switch off. Taban, mute your microphone, please. Asinto Taban, mute your microphone, please. Thank you. Thank you, Taban.
So you are breaking the note. What's happening?
It's not logging into the system.
The one that they're looking for.
Nora, we are working on the connection, please. We are also just realizing it right now, but let's work on it. Because you're making those cups. Nora, thank you for your communication. Mr. Hillary, you asked a question about final examination. I did not know because you did not introduce yourself about your status. And I'm saying that all the finalists, according to the information received from the registrar's office, all the finalists, you are going to sit your exams from November 8th, 15th, and 22nd. And nothing has changed according to that. Nothing has changed. But when it comes to fee, your exam number can only be generated on the system when your account shows you are 100%. Mm-hmm. When your account shows you are 100%, that's when you'll get the examination number. Mm-hmm. And for the finalists, you are going to sit here for your exams. Mm-hmm. For the finalists, you are going to sit your exams. But I was answering you thinking that you are continuing students. For continuing students, we are working on a safe exam mode. The safe exam software will allow you to sit exam wherever you are. But this has to be communicated later. And that's why the registrar's office is saying, we are communicating about the exam. But if all goes well, if by January this thing opens, then when you come in, you'll start with your exams. And then after your exams, you go to your normal semester to continue. So this is going to be communicated still. But for exams, for the finalists, on 8th, 15th, and 22nd, you're supposed to be doing exams. Yes, we are talking about last semester exams. You are going to, the university has given you 3 weeks. The finalists, you have been given 3 weeks. These 3 weeks, you are going to go through whatever was done, that was remaining, whatever you finished. And as you go through this, currently, the timetable has been shared. Currently, the timetable is available. I don't know about Arua campus, but the timetable here is going to affect you, even Arua campus. the timetable is going to affect you, meaning the dates, but the dates for exams still remain 8th a Sunday, 15th a Sunday, and 22nd a Sunday. So that's the dates we are going to have exams. Might be from Marua campus, we can reorganize and organize our timetable. But those are the dates for exam. But you are going to be given 3 weeks. That is from this Sunday, the coming Sunday. You have 3 weeks to go through the course content and everything and be ready for exam on 8th, 15th, and 22nd. So for purposes of exam, that is it. I cannot assure you about 70% or 50%, but 50% in Bugema University, we say that you are a registered student. At 50%, you are a registered student. By the time you sit exam, you're supposed to have paid 100%. That's what we have. Yes, Jeff.
Can you come? Come talk now.
Mr. Ronnie was talking about Arua timetable. In case I have shared with you the timetable already on your WhatsApp group, in case there is any course unit that you think is missing, you can text it back so that it can be included, and you suggest this. SGS.
SGS.
Bugema.
Well, this is they currently improve on the connection. Which connection are they talking about?
So that is the email address. If you have any question about the timetable for exam, Mr. Jeff is going to help you with that. Just communicate to that email address, sgsbugema@gmail.com, and your question about timetable will be handled. If you have a course that is missing, or if you have 2 courses that are repeating, please, we shall share. Ezra, I have a question on exam. What about for those who will be left with the research thesis after November 18? The communication from the registrar, has it, and all this has been communicated. Even those who only have exam research, there is a communication that we have given. If you have not got the document, please just use the sgsbugema@gmail.com. We are going to forward for you the document. The registrar's document about how the semester is starting and how the semester is going to run, as the schedule has been totally done nicely and it is practical. So if you have any question about how the research is going to be defended and presented, please just communicate to this email address. We are going to send for you the document and we are going to help you. Otherwise, we are ready and willing to help you. Mr. Timothy is just working on the thing. We don't know what's happening, but he's now ready to go on. He was sharing about Moodle, which is a module object-oriented dynamic learning, a system we are going to use. And this system is going to help us. Mr. Timothy, please, go on.
Okay. Let's resume. After logging in, as a student, the first page that comes up is called the dashboard. And on top here, there are some important links you have to observe. For example, the first link will only appear if your course has been assigned to you as a student, and it is called My Courses.
Yes.
The second link is default. Those who have logged in and not logged in, you can still access it. For the home link, it has the e-learning homepage and it has our official website for more information about the institution. The third link is called Courses, and under here you can easily navigate through the courses on the platform. That's by category or A to Z, the vertical. Okay. Then the fourth link is the e-library link. The fifth link is for those who need to join Bugema. That's an application form. The sixth link is the support link. You can contact us using our main page, and you can see the profiles of the technical team on the other link. The last link is very important. This is the link which is going to contain all our documents. For now, it has the blended learning policy of Bugema University, which all of you need to be acquainted with. It has the ICT policy, which is a mandate you have to know how to operate ICT-wise. It has the online exam policy. Most of you have a lot of questions about exams. Most of your answers have been answered here. Upcoming links, you'll get the timetable links here, and the other extra policies as need will arise. So always monitor. Okay, we're here. The dashboard, it has the bookmarks. You can bookmark the page if you need to. Bookmarking, most of you have done bookmarking on other URLs.
It's not receiving to explain. We don't know what is bookmark. What is bookmark?
Okay. Okay. Bookmarking is saving a page to your URL repository, or in simple terms, when you bookmark a page, it means next time you need to access it rapidly. If you need to access a page rapidly next time without going through the search engine that search for ABCD, at the time you are at that page, you can bookmark it to save it, that next time it will appear on your browser. Like for example, you can see my page I'm sharing. Most of these pages have been bookmarked so that they can easily help me navigate next time with ease. So that's the major importance of bookmarking. So for you as a student, you can have your bookmarks here, like your course page. In case you are reading a handout by a lecturer, and next time you don't want to struggle very much when you log in to hunt for it, the moment you arrive at it, the first time you can bookmark it, so that next time you just visit your bookmarks, and then you are there with ease. Up here we have an icon which comes with messages. On top here, it is a message icon. In case there are public announcements you have posted and all that, you can get them through here. This is a search button. It is used to search courses on the platform with ease. Site home, that's the first page you visit when you have joined. You have a calendar, we have badges which can be given by teachers to motivate you, and another shortcut to all links, our courses, where you can find them A to Z. You have a welcome message on the left hand, Bugema University Learning Platform welcome message. When you scroll down, you'll have a navigation tab, which will take you to, you can also have the My Course page here. In case you miss it up here, you just find it on the right, on the left, under navigation, and it has the word My Courses. So when you tap it, it will bring the course which has been assigned to you as a student. Also here in the middle, we have what we call latest announcements. In case the announcements on the site, they will pop up here, and you will see them for those who have logged in. And for those who haven't logged in, also you'll find them at the home page. Down here, you have this recently accessed tab. In case you have accessed the course, it will come under here, recently accessed. Down here, we have another tab called the course overview. And with the course overview, when you click this arrow pointing down, it has various options. We have a course in progress. You can be enrolled to a class which you will join later in the future. You have a past which are completed and they're still running, and a start. Here at this tab, below it, there is a blue tab you're seeing lighting up with the name Training 1 Interactive Class Setup. This one represents how your course units will be arranged for easy navigation. So for now, in my account, I've been assigned one course, and this course is called Train Interactive Class Setup, and the course code is Train 01. So for you, if it is Fundamentals of Accounting, if it is a research project, it will come here first with the research code, MBRS something 6011, then research project as the name. Down here, it will show you the progress bar, that in case you complete given assignment, quizzes, you have submitted coursework, this progress bar will be moving until 100% of completion when you have fulfilled the requirements. On the right, what do we have? We have what we call the upcoming events, which are always post-year events as they come up earlier in time before they are reached. You have a timeline. Always this timeline activates when your assignments have been scheduled for you to do. So all the schedulings will be showing under the timeline that you have an assignment to complete by this date. There is a group discussion this date. All will show up here, the upcoming activities. You can have your private files here. You can upload some files for your personal reading. You have a mandate and you have the space as a student, at least. This other bar here shows online users. You'll see how many people are online. Currently, I'm the only one person online. We have the latest badges, in case you have been awarded in a given class by a teacher. And down here, we have a calendar to keep track of events and what is happening. Like, for example, I had a past quiz. You see it is lighting red here. It was supposed to be taken by Thursday, 8th October, but I never managed to attend the quiz. I never managed to do the assignments. And you see it is lighting red that your quiz is still open. In case the date is still available, that the duration, I'm still in the duration, it will show open. If the quiz has passed, it will show quiz closed. So, note that always, as a student, not to be left out. What next now, after knowing about the dashboard? We are going to enter the course. So, for example, this is my one course that has been assigned to me. I've simply double-clicked it here, or else I can go up here under my courses, and still I can tap it. It can open. As you see, it has opened. Okay, not yet. Okay. Oh, wow. Now, whatever is presented here in your course, this is a testing class, this is a testing course. You may not find much here, but for purposes of illustration, your teachers, when they load your notes, you'll find them under here. And if you get the course outline, most of the time your course outline may be posted up here. Each of these weeks you are seeing running here, 17th August, 23rd to August, 24th, 31st to 16th September. These represent the coverage, the breakdown in the semester, how you are going to take on the course. You might have week 1 as introduction to writing skills, in case it is writing skills. Week 2, you can have it as how do we identify idioms and all that, basing on the setup of the course by the teacher. So all these weeks you'll have content and activities to be done. For example, in this 31st August to 6th September, we had an illustration seminar, which was an interactive session. And that was an interactive session button, which was created by the instructor or by the teacher for this class, for all of us to join. This is an interactive tool whereby you can meet all your colleagues, your teacher face to face. You can pose your questions. As right now, we are taking on the video, the Google Meet. This is a Big Blue, which is being integrated on our platform, so it may not need an account on it. The moment the teacher schedules a class, by tap, and as long as the class is still open, it will just bring you to join a session, and the moment you join it, will open for an interactive platform whereby you can meet your teacher and other colleagues. And on this platform, you'll be able to have shared notes. You can work on assignments as a group. It asks you to join by either microphone or listen only. If you join by microphone, it means you are going to discuss and share what you have. And anyone who joins will be seen here on the left. The question is being asked about how some people manage with the issues of data. Something is being worked on by the institution but is a nearby future, and you'll be communicated to how we'll be joining some of these sessions, at least by voice, right? Calling in, and will be part of class. So currently no one is in this interactive class which was created. I'm the only one here. In case we are very many in class, all your colleagues will pop up here where there's a word user on the left. And you can be able to share messages. The teacher can share, and they can share also notes here. A video is also taken the moment the session starts, whereby later you can go for a recap. And for those who might have missed the session, they always find a video for review. So that's one of our interactive classes tools. So when I go back to the page, by clicking back to the post page, there are other activities as a student which I can meet and can be shared by the teacher. That's the quiz and assignments. For example, there was a quiz here which was created, chapter quiz here. When you tap it as a student and it is active, it will load the quiz page. Now, note that there are some quizzes or exams or assessments which will be critical, and they will need the lockdown and authentication of your machine. For now, this is an open quiz which doesn't need an authentication. It's showing me here I've already finished the quiz. I think the teacher has to renew it for me, then I'll take you through. Also, you can review what you have done in a previous quiz. If it is true or false, objectives here, and all that. So, about the mobile app. Our URL, our system is registered and recognized. When you go to Play Store, or those who have App Store for Apple, we just type in Moodle app. It will present you with a Moodle app. You install it like a normal app. Then it will ask for an institution URL. With an institution URL, you just write in our URL link called e-learning at bugemauniv.ac.ug. This URL up here, https://elearning.bugemauniv.ac.ug. And then the next step, you just enter your username and password. When you log in, it will automatically authenticate you and connect you to the learning platform with ease. So far, are there any questions up to the point where I have reached? You can turn on your microphones and ask an audio question so that everyone can benefit, so that no one is left behind. So since there are no questions coming in, and most of them have been assigned on the camera, okay, somebody is having a question. Okay, hello? You can go ahead, Yasin, Dr. Yasin. We can hear you, please.
The video, you put it on.
You can maybe switch off your video so that we can get your audio clearly, Dr. Yasin.
We thank you very much for this model app issue, but I would request you to please repeat for us on how you can get it from the Play Store. Thank you.
We have not got your question clearly.
He's asking you explain how they can get it on the Play Store.
Oh, you're asking about the app, eh? Mondo app.
And then you link it to our
LMS. Yes. Okay. For those who may need the app, the moment you reach your Play Store on the phone, or App Store for those who have Apple, you type in Moodle app, you search. You'll be presented by an app with orange words, orange designs. Simply tap it and log in. Okay, somebody is trying to share a screen here and searching the app for you to see for demonstration purposes. Okay.
Emma, you have a good phone,
Now, Emma is trying to show you how you go to the Play Store app and then how you need to get the Moodle. I think is because they're not compatible in presentation and doing everything, that's why he's stuck. But just go to your phone, go to the Play Store. From Play Store on your phone, you type Moodle, M-O-O-D-L-E. Download the latest, and the latest is 3.92 plus. Now from there, after downloading the app, then it will ask you the link. It will ask you the link, of which the link you'll put to Bugema University, the one you gave you, e-learning at e-learning.bugemauniv.ac.ug. Now when you have that, you will not go in until you have an account with us. So having the Moodle app today is nothing until the Virtual Learning Directorate confirms your account that you have paid. Because you can download the app, but you will not use it until you have an account with us. So when you have an account with us, that they have confirmed that you already have an account with Bugema University, that's when your Moodle will be active. They will not activate you until you show interest that you're a student. So the apps are there's so many, but if you don't have an account with any of the URL or those account links, then you will not go through. So that is it. It is easier, and we'll encourage every student when you have an account with us and you want to access this, you go through the app. Because if you go through the link always, it is a bit heavy for your phone.
Maybe we are working on we are customizing the site for tablet and mobile. So the mobile version is being finished, I think by this week, whereby it can switch easily. When you're on phone, mobile, when you're on tabs, you present also different options and windows.
So you have seen what M has done. He has typed on the search engine on the Play Store, and then he has typed Moodle. It has brought to him Moodle pty.limited, and then you click install. When you install, it does not mean that you're going to access our link. You cannot access our link because the next question it is going to ask you is to give the URL that is needed. It will ask you which one. Then you'll just put elearning.bugemanew.ac.ug, and then it will ask you for the password. Automatically, it will take you to Bugema University. It will take you directly to Bugema University, which will be a good thing for you. Very easy, you can access, and things can move easily for you as a student. And we shall encourage you to do that, because we know people use their phones more than carrying a laptop into offices. So when you have the version of the mobile app, you'll be at peace, very peaceful. You'll not have some sites missing. Because if you go through this normal way, you'll realize that you have got some levels that are missing on your screen. Those who have been using the mobile in this meeting, you'll realize that if you go to that link, it is not easier to use. It becomes a bit complicated. So we shall request you to do that. Yes, Tom.
Yes. So that's for now. We're going to another.
Johnson Singuzi, you're saying, is it possible the technical team to have a platform that can help us access all these at the same platforms? I don't know what you mean by all these, and the Virtual Learning Directorate has got an email address, and the email address you have given me, Johnson, it is elearning@bugemanew.ac.ug. When you come there and ask your question, introduce yourself, you'll get everything. Hillary, the graduate continuing students are also seeking clarity on whether they will start lectures and sit exams together with the finalists. The communication from the registrar was very clear. The only finalists who are coming to campus right now to study and finalize with us are divided in groups. And at graduate school, I think 2 groups will affect you. The first group is those people who are supposed to finish their session by May. Those who are to finish in May, all of you are finalists. The second group is those who had 1 semester to finalize. And that is those who are supposed to report back the January intake. Those whose last semester was supposed to be between August and December. You are also coming in. And you are going to sit final exam with the finalists who are supposed to finish in May. Meanwhile, you register online for this semester now. But last semester you had already paid. You are already a student. So let me go again. The graduate school e-learning, you have 2 groups that affect you as finalists. One is a finalist who was finishing in May or August. That is if you had research to defend in summer, you are a finalist. The second group is the group that all that is done, yet the remaining 1 semester that was supposed to be from August to December. All of you are finalists. But the challenge now comes here, the difference comes here now. Those who are supposed to finish in May, you are reporting back to do your exams. Those are supposed to finish in December. In December. You are also reporting back to do the exams for last semester. After doing the exams for last semester, we expect you to enroll online for this semester up to December. So that's why when you ask questions about research, I'm telling you the registrar's information was very clear. And if you don't have any of them, just go back to the same platform we have given you. E-learning at bugemainib.ac.ug. All this information will be shared with you. If you don't have that, just contact Jeff on the SGS, the graduate school WhatsApp number. He has all these things and he's going to share them with you. He's going to share them with you. I think, what about those finalists from main campus who will do their exams online? Tama, I don't know how you're coming with this, but what I know, the university is on the last stages of getting you to do your exams. And all these are dependent on the next pronouncement by the government. So if the government agrees and all this, our system also goes through, we will open the link and we shall communicate to each student, indicating the dates that exams will be done, the ways that exams will be done, and we shall organize a training for you online again on how to do your exams. Now, if you want to get stressed with the exams, now let me stress you. The exam software that we are going to use will mirror your screen. So as you come to do exams, you'll be doing exam on a computer. But our software is going to mirror your screen. Whatever you are doing, we are going to be seeing on the screen. So you cannot go to a folder to copy. You cannot go to another site of, let's say you are in Google, Uncle Google. You go to Uncle Google, we shall see you. And whenever we see you, because we have mirrored your screen, our invigilator at the other side will just stop you and pronounce malpractice. If you want to know more about malpractice, on the link that Timothy was sharing with you, he sent the documents, and one of the documents is what? Online exam policy. And the online exam policy has got even how you copy. So when I see you looking sideways, every now and then looking sideways, I know something is wrong. I will stop it. And you will not continue the exam until I confirm there is nothing those sides. If I hear the sound, I will also stop it until I confirm there is no sound there. If I hear even movement, communicate to you, what does it take to do an exam on BU online? So if you want to do exam online, that all those A, B, C, D, Z nitty-gritty that we are going to look at. And all this put together, we are going to make sure that you're even smart when you come to the exam room. You might be in your bedroom, but you want to be smart. No child, today you have had the children making noise every now and then. If I just hear that, the system will automatically stop because they've had an information. And if by mistake anybody near you talks in English, it's even worse. Even in vernacular, because might be the person is giving you answers in vernacular, you are typing in English. The system will even mark there and there. So in 2 minutes, you have your A or you have your F.
It records in real time.
And it records in real time. You see, right now I'm talking to you. Me, my time here is 12:08. You are getting what I've said after some minutes. But the thing is, the system records in real time. So it is a good system. And that's why I know some of you are asking, are you reducing fee? Yes, but there's some things we cannot reduce, like exam. You're going to do exam. And an online exam is even more expensive than a normal paper exam. But all this, the university is trying to look at a way that all of us, you have a win, and we also have a win. And all this is what we have for you. Now, I'm supposed to add one part, which I want to say Mr. Timothy has handled part of it. And to a great extent, he has handled part of it. He has not only gone to some extent. But if you look at our session now, allow me to share with you a screen. I'm going to share with you a screen. These people are confusing me. Okay. I'm sharing with you a screen. And this...
We have a question.
Matata, we can hear you.
Yeah, we have a question.
Yes, question.
Yes, some of us we have been actually white communicating with our sponsor who pay us a school fees. They say it like it's very, but they said they're going to communicate to them when they're going to start these things so that they can be able to pay what the school fees. That's the one. Again, they said for us, we told them the university has organized to study online, and they were able to study what online. But they said you did not communicate to those sponsors of ours so that they can be able to pay the money online. Now we are requesting how can we start whereby you did not inform them so that they can be able to pay for us what the school fees. Even our fathers, that's what they've been saying. They say you did not. They are waiting for. Yes, please.
Matata, thank you for your question. Matata.
Yes, please.
Thank you for your question. And I will ask you to share that question directly to Mr. Jeremiah, because he's the one concerned with accounts for sponsors. He will handle it. I know he has handled some. Might be for graduate school he has not handled, but for undergraduate, some of them he has handled. I myself have participated in some, but Jeremiah had the right information. So what I'm requesting is just go to finance@bugemainiv, write an email to finance@bugemainiv.ac.ug, and Mr. Jeremiah will follow that accordingly. He is very prompt, and your sponsors, I know them. We have handled some cases. So just go direct to Jeremiah so that he can help you.
And then students, we want you also to be proactive. Don't just sit and there you are waiting for us to do something. There are so many things that the university is doing. So once we hear something, just inquire so that we can help you. Don't just sit and say, oh, they will do it. You see, it's not, if we have not done this, you wouldn't have asked any question about such. So be proactive and try to link with us, because now face-to-face is no more there. So use your machines to link with Bugema University so that we can help you.
Right. Now, with all those put into place, that's why we are giving you all this communication. And after this, we are going to share with you all this. One thing I want to promise you, wherever you are, we have soft notes presentation. Right now, we are presenting live on the system. We are presenting live on the system. And my work is to just handle a very short part. That is, how do you use the Bugema LMS? How do you use Bugema LMS? I want to wrap it up. Mr. Nathan has talked about creating an account. You already have an account so far, right now. I'm assuming after your account has been confirmed, you now go to the next stage. You have finished with the part that Mr. Seth started with, choosing your courses and getting registered on ERMS. When you have the ERMS part that is done, you have your registration card already. Now you come to the Bugema LMS. There are two different things here. We have ERMS and we have LMS. The difference is the ERMS is the portal you use for registration. You can confirm your fee. You can talk to your HOD, and the registrar's office will also confirm that you're registered. It is the ERMS you can get your grades. It is the ERMS you can see everything about your study life, academic life in Bugema University. So ERMS captures the academic. But now when I come to LMS, Learning Management System, this is, I can narrow it by saying it is your classroom. The LMS, what we are presenting now, that's why you see it is telling you, welcome to Bugema University e-learning platform. This is a classroom where you are. So we have tried to put everything not to take you away from Bugema University. That's why you are seeing the photos of Bugema University, students are doing exams, and all this we are trying to do with you. Now allow me to register. Mr. Timothy talked about the dashboard. When you just come and now you have an account, you'll come to the email, you call it the address bar. Up here where I've highlighted, the address bar, here where we have highlighted here. If you see the address bar, it is HTTPS. That last S, most of the accounts don't have it. But this one we are confirming to you that our site is very, very secure. So I just come to the address bar and I type elearning.bugemauniv.ac.ug. Right now, don't put login because you are going direct to the account. Now, when you click that, it brings for you an home page like what you see. You see, Mr. Timothy talked about the home, the courses, the e-library catalog, apply now, support us, document. I want to talk about support here, where my cursor is. If you just come and click the technical team, even without registering, even right now, you don't have an account, but so long as you can go to that portal, elearning.bugemauniv.ac.ug, you will find all of us here. All of us are here to help you. So I don't want you to feel that you are out of this place. Dr. Moa is the chairman, he's the one who introduced us today. He is here. So he is an African and is not any different. He is the chairman and is the quality assurance director. The next gentleman handsome that you are seeing there is Mr. Timothy Birumi. He's the virtual learning director and is the secretary for this committee. So if you want to meet him, just the emails are there. So if you communicate to the bigger, if you look up here, we have the elearning.bugemauniv. This is the account we are telling you, the email address we are telling you. If you communicate here and you are not answered, go to any of us. Dr. Moa, you will get him. Mr. Timothy, you will get him. Myself, Ronald Uchino, you will get me. If you're around Kampala, you just need even to come to Kampala campus during weekday, you will find me. Mr. Tibenda is the ICT support director of Bugema University. You will find him. Mr. Nkambwe is one of the trainers, but is the HOD of Networks and Systems Administration in Bugema University. Communicate to his email, you'll get him. Nathan Buinza is the one who talked about creating an account. How do you create an account? He is here. So any question that will be studied, just his email is down there. Mr. Moses Muumuza, he has not talked today, but he's the one on the system.
He prayed.
He is the one who prayed, by the way. He's the pastor. So he is here and he will link you. He will link you and he works. You see, they are in the help desk CETL. Help desk CETL. CETL means Center for Excellence in Teaching and Learning. They make sure that whatever you are getting online is approved and is right. The same to Nathan. They will help you. I'm stuck here. So if you communicate to the main email, and you don't get any support, any of us will help you. Kanan Migade is a support technician at the ICT support. We shall all help you. So if you talk to us. So don't feel that you are home away. You don't feel that you are away from home. You are home. So any of us here, we shall always. And if you want our phone contacts, it can be shared. And I'll ask the director to share them with you if you have any issue. Now allow me to go to the system. I'm assuming that you have gone through the system and you already have a username. Your username, according to Nathan, the way he presented, he said, the system will only accept small letters or lowercase. I'm trying to enroll as a student. So my name for student on the system is Ronald. And then Nathan told you about your password. And he said, your password must have 8 characters minimum. In these 8 characters, you must have a capital letter, you must have small letter, you must have a numeric number, you must have a non-numeric. So I will tell you, my password here is this, if you can see it. Yes, you have seen it. If you count it, it is more than 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Then you click go on. Now when I click that arrow, it will bring you to this second screen. Sometimes you are trying to feel that you are not the one entering. You are not the one with your password. Somebody has put your password on your diary and is trying to enter. That's why it brings for you this second active screen, and you will be forced to retype. You are everything.
If you forget the password.
And if you forget the password, down here is forgotten your username or password. But please, 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 do not forget your email address. It's very important, because whenever you do, you only activate it again when you click when you go back to your email address. Now, if I log in, then I'm logging in as one thing I want to say that it is timed at exactly 5 minutes. So if you stay redundant for more than 5 minutes, it is 10 minutes, it will easily go what you saw me doing. And I will discourage you from having your thing automated on your computer. What's wrong with my account? What's wrong with my account? No? It's not going through.
Mine has gone through.
Huh?
Try.
Hello?
He's trying to log in.
At this time, I'm going on as a lecturer. I don't know. I'm logging in as a lecturer, but
Yes, you want to log in as a student, yes.
Can we ask another question, Ronald?
Yes, just go on.
Yes, we have a question here. We are 4 students here. We are asking a question. It seems we are doing exam online, and now it's raining. It's seriously raining. Raining over Uganda. It's raining, and you cannot. The network has disappeared. Are we unable to communicate to you bosses so that we can repeat the exam, or it will be an F again if it's raining?
Matata, I love your name. That's Matata. Matata.
Yes, please.
The system will automatically tell us where the challenge is. And with that, we cannot give you an F. You will get the repeat of the thing and you continue. I don't know what's
Okay,
wrong.
thank you.
So what's happening? Forgetting your password.
Yeah.
Because what I have is already on a course. I wanted to use the course.
Try to. Student.
Project planning and management. Yes,
Any other? Yeah.
Yes, Mr. Otieno.
Yeah, Otieno is going to open something, so if you have any questions, ask now before he opens and continues.
Yes, sir. Actually, my brother Matata has been so specific on rain.
Okay.
But the network could be affected by any other issues. Like now, it is on and off. Actually, what
We cannot get you very well. Can you find a proper place to?
When you are in exams, as it is now, because it is now, what should we do?
When we are going to give you all instructions about exams later on. So don't worry so much. Whatever that has to be done, we shall give you all the instructions. Yeah. As we have already told you, you have to register 100% first before you can do your exams. But when you are in the process of your exams, if you have any problem, that's when we shall communicate everything to you before even you begin your exams. So don't worry about the exams now. Let us know how we can hop onto the platform and then do our studies, communicate with our professors to continue studies. Let us have that one first. I hope you understand me. Maybe he's gone.
All right, Matata and Yasin, we have seen your communication. What we want to assure you is when exam comes, all will be fine. When exam comes, all will be fine, and we can easily help you on that. If by mistake a disaster happens when you're doing exam, I told you that our system is a mirror. It mirrors the circumstances. So if your net get lost, if you are doing exam and then we see the network is lost, the computer will always bring a message down there telling you have no network. And because our system mirrors and copies at almost 0 time difference, we will see that link. If at all by mistake power goes off, the system will just see it, because you cannot tell me that you switch off the system yourself.
And if you switch it on, we shall see.
If you switch it off and switch it on, all these things are being seen because the system is everything is mirrored. So we have gone through all this, and that's why we are telling you all this. So if you find the exam is so hard and then you think of dodging exam by switching off, we will just see where your hand is going. And even if you try to use any other means to switch off, we will see. So yes, communicate to you. Yeah, and then before any question, Yasin, go to the document section up here. Go to the document section up here. There is online exam policy. Go through it. It will answer most of your questions. Matata, the same. Go through the online exam policy. It will answer. Before, I want to encourage you, this is the highest level of education. This is graduate school. And at this level, I want to encourage you, please, don't, I'm sorry to say this, but let us not behave like undergraduates are down that level. We don't like reading so much. But at this level, a policy, we need to understand all these things. So I want to encourage you to go to blended learning policy, ICT policy, and online exam policy. They will really help us, these 3. Now, I am a student. I've used one of my students' account. This is Mr. Birumi. I've enrolled him in my course as my student. So, when you come and you have logged into elearning.bugemainiv.ac.ug up here, you come in and put your password, it will bring you to a page like this one here, what we have here. When you reach this page, the first link that you have up there, is my courses. If you are going to register, so you don't need to go through a long distance of choosing courses. No, just go to my courses and all your courses will come here. All your courses will come here. So as for now, Birumi is a student, but he only has 2 courses. 1, 2. The first one is planning and management, which I happen to be teaching as Bugema University. Tell you upcoming events. What is upcoming? You have a forum. You have forum 20th of by 11. You have forum 1 should be completed. Like after doing this, it sends you to another forum again. So you have forum 1. The first forum is you do it, you submit your discussion. Then we are planning a community-based project schedule. This is a big blue button. This will be a live class. For this class, we shall have this class on 25th of October at 9 a.m. So Timothy, a student, is seeing all this, that upcoming events, only in one course, project planning and management. He has got a forum, to be completed, he has got a live class to attend, and the live class is there. It starts on 25th at 9, and by 1, it is done. So Timothy is planning and drawing his itinerary very well. He has a quiz. Quiz 1 opens on what? Friday, 30th October. This is when the quiz will open. So Timothy is being told that this is class. He has quiz 1 closes. It will close on 4th of November. He has got project design is due. This is a coursework. So you realize what we are trying to do, we are trying to make you up to date. So just by looking at upcoming events, even before you go to the class, you already know the stress level that you're going to have. So you have the discussions, you have a live class, you have a quiz, you have a coursework. So far, this is what my students are going to go through up to 6th of November. The students that have joined class, this is undergraduate, because the students that are coming to my class from Monday, this is what they need to enter. When they just enter, they just know this man is not serious. He has even quiz already and even assignment. Now, if you look at the right and the left-hand side, it's just information about Bugema University e-learning platform. Now, another thing I want to bring you on is the navigation down here. When you go to your site home, site pages, your courses. Now, if you follow this My Courses portal, it will take you so long to access. And that's why we bring you direct to My Courses. If you even scroll down, you will see your courses in block, course overview. You will see project planning and management, interactive. So you just click your course. So allow me to go to Ambirumi, and you look at here, just course overview. He has got a course. It is a degree course. You see degrees written here. The course code is, it's a bachelor course, but project planning and management. The course code is there, and then project planning. But look down here, 0% complete. That is enough stress factor that makes you. And this 0% complete lines with the upcoming events. This 0% complete that you're seeing here lies with the upcoming events that you have here. So the first day, you just access it. It will tell you that. Now, another thing I want to bring is the timeline. You will always have information sent to you here. Like, let's say this weekend we have graduation. It is not that this weekend, I'm giving an example. Like, let's say this weekend we have a graduation. Like, to senior students who are here, thank you. Your graduation will be on 21st March 2021. You'll be graduating. 21st March 2021, you'll be graduating. So you better clap for us because we have also promoted you to graduate. So 21st. So if we have a function like graduation, the timeline will come here for you. And it is a report that you're going to have. You, the student, you don't need to move with your computer every now and then. You don't need. What you need to have here is you have a section of private files. You as a student, you have this section of private files. If I open my lecturer's account, I don't have private files. This is only, we have made it for students. So you can move from Zambia and come to Uganda, and you don't need to carry your flash disk. You don't need to carry so many things. You don't need even to send your documents online, but you only need to have what? Private files being shared. So when you have the private files, you store your things there. You work on, you keep on working. Now, as a student, you can only see the number of users. I'm sorry, but I have to tell you the secret why we did this. We did this to discourage communication between you. You can start chatting in class, and that's why we have discouraged it. But you also have a badge. As a lecturer, I can create a badge for you. Like after doing something, you have. Now, this is what Timothy shared. Remember when Timothy was sharing and then he talked about dates. You have a calendar here. So all these dates, red one means week 1 forum is due. So a student coming in should know that week 1 forum is due. Thursday, chapter quiz opens. So all this, they remember you. And you see what Timothy told you, when they are now in red, it means something else. Let's look at the blue one. Today's date is October 11th. So if I'm a lecturer and I'm not going to be there, I can communicate to you here. So when you go to the site, you just know that the lecturer is not around. Now, I want to go to my course. I'm doing the course project planning and management. When I click the course project planning and management, here is where the students are asking questions. How do I get my notes? How do I do assignments? How do I do quizzes? Now, you'll always find an information about the course summary on your left-hand side. Like now, project planning and management, this course introduces a unique characteristic, blah, 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 all of it up to down. And then up here, I can put my announcements as a lecturer. Or as a class representative, we can always put announcement. Like now, Timothy is a student, but can he access this? Yes. He accesses it. I've clicked on it. And you see, being that he's a student, general news and announcements, no announcements have been posted yet. But as a student, he cannot post an announcement. It is only a lecturer who can post an announcement. So if there's any problem, let's say we have a disaster that has happened, I can come here and say that let's put group of this into our prayers because of the disaster that has happened in Bududa. Or this and this has happened. So that's where we bring people back. But let's go back to our course. Now, when I'm in the course, the lecturer will submit. This is the course, chapter 1. I'm going to teach this. What is a project? Kareseva project, project objectives and functions, types of projects. This is my chapter 1 lecture. Now, if I know that this is my lecture, immediately, what have I given student? I've given them what? A handout. So you see, this handout is a PowerPoint handout. You can download it. Febababo. Febababo, thank you.
Please don't disturb us here. When you do that,
we are going to read your messages. Febababo, we are reading your messages.
We are presenting to you, please.
Febababo, we are reading your messages.
If your girlfriend wrote to you, we have seen it.
Febababo, you are reading your messages. Your phone, you are switching off your phone.
Don't present anything. You cut it, no. You cut in and then the flow that we want. Don't, please.
Friends, this is what we are telling you. Stop doing anything that you are doing. Eh? Febababo, you are still presenting.
When you do that now, we cannot, because you have already taken the screen. Please. Can you stop presenting it so that we can continue?
Febababo, you are still presenting, sir. Okay. That's a lecture for all of us friends. When you go online and you don't know what to do. Ezra, your question is noted. Sub-motor tuition fee, I talked about where I need to go to. Or we can always help you, please. Now, Febababo, thank you. You have taken us a bit in front. Now, you will see what the lecturer will teach during the week. they are there permanently. And immediately, the lecturer will give you the notes. The handouts are here. And after the handouts, the lecturer has given you an assignment. After the assignment, I've given you another version. Chapter 1 lecture note. This is lecture notes that we can do it. It'll be available for explanation on that day on big blue button, link provided. So when I just click on this, it gives me the link directly. And then I have a forum, week 1 forum. Forum is just like discussion. A lecturer can come to class and say that I was thinking politics. I don't want to think about politics. A lecturer can come to class and say that a lecturer can come to class and say that projects handled by Africans automatically fail. Discuss. Or a lecturer can come and say, religion is one of the reasons why projects fail. So you as a student, you can be discussing in class. That same discussion is what we have here as a forum. So you discuss, you share, you talk, and then you submit that. So like for this, I've given a week 1 forum. Read and submit your comments about projects, how they can be added. So all this, and then I've given the link here, Introduction to Project Planning and Management. This is a forum. How do projects come about? So when you look at all these things, these are sites that comes to help you. So all of them, the goodness is, you don't need long GB the way we are right now. You can only come and download your notes and switch off your site. You come, download your notes and switch off your site. You only need to mark the activities. Now there's a box here I want to talk about. This box here. You see, if I give you introduction to the lecture notes, if you come at the end here, there's a box. You can look, when I put there, it tells me not completed. Introduction to the course, select to mark as complete. Now this, we have customized in the system that it comes automatically. So when you download these notes, this one here, we call it a progress bar. It will click automatically.
We'll get to know that we have taken.
So me as a lecturer, I will get to know that Timothy has received the lecture notes. When I come to assignment, when you submit the assignment, the bar also will go on automatically. It will tell me Timothy has submitted what? Assignment. I go to this, whatever you do, it is a progress bar. All of them will go on, ticked. They tick themselves automatic. Right now I'm doing it, but it cannot project on the lecturer's part. Why? Because like assignments have not submitted. So when you submit the assignment, that's when the button clicks automatically. So it is a progress bar that can also help you know, you the student that is working, that I'm doing this. I can go further to second week. My second week, I'm going to talk about the project cycle management, PCM. I have the handouts. When the student accesses the handouts, it comes to that. I have a forum that has been created. But look, one thing here. In this forum, I've created a forum whereby you need to give your discussion. And I'm saying, why is it important that project managers must be up to date with PCM concept, principles and values? And then there is project cycle management. This is a link I've given you about a project cycle. This is a video. And then we have why do projects fail? Give your views in not more than 1 page and submit your work on Word version. You have to submit your discussion before you can view other students' discussion. You will then be required to review 2 discussions from your fellow classmates. So this is engagement that we are going to tell you. So you can look at this, you download them. That's why I've said give it in Word. So you can download, you go through them, you write your comments sideways. And then when you come now to the site, you can even type them in Word document somewhere. You just come and copy and paste them. What are we doing? We are trying to save also on our MBs. And this is the forum we are going to be using. It is called Project Cycle. It is called Moodle. And you see what I've done. I've done only the week 1 or chapter 1. You know what you're going to do. The notes are there. The videos are there. The quiz, I know is asking about quiz. The quizzes are not things that are going to come every now and then. But after some time, you're going to have a quiz. I'm looking at one of the quizzes that I have here. Okay, I have quiz 1 in my week 3. Now, as a lecturer, I can decide after every 3 chapters, you do a quiz. After every 3 chapters, you do a quiz. So if I'm a student, when I come to quiz, I will access the quiz. On clicking on the quiz, it takes me to the quiz, and a communication will come. If the quiz date is not yet like this, or the quiz date is not yet, what does it say? The quiz will not be available until Friday, 30th October. So you cannot go to the quiz and do it because it has not been open. You might be a student, you might have been able to do everything in very fast. But because of the timing and everything, the system also does not want you to come and run on things and move on. So this makes us work. So until 30th, that's when this quiz will open. And it tells you here, no questions have been added yet. So intentionally, I've put the quiz thing for the student. The quiz will be on Friday, and you have up to Wednesday to do it. And when it comes up to Wednesday, the time for that quiz is 1 hour. And then the grading method is highest. Let me talk about this. The availability of the quiz will be between Friday at 12 a.m. midnight on 30th October and November 20th, Wednesday. So any of these dates you can do the quiz. The time limit for quiz, so long as you click the quiz on, it will only allow you 1 hour. That's the time I've set as a lecturer. And then look at this, grading method, the highest grade. In this quiz, I've set it, a student will have up to 2 chances to sit the quiz. 2 chances to sit the quiz.
Within that hour.
Within that hour, not within that hour. If you do the first one and you take 30 minutes, and then the quiz, the system marks and gives you the grade there and there. For example, if you sit and the highest that has been put like this, the highest I've put is 80%. So when I put 80 and then you sit your quiz and you get 79, it means you have failed. Because I expect you to get the highest grade.
Pass mark is 80.
Pass mark is 80 for that quiz. So when you get 79, the system will not allow you again because I've set it. You can only redo it again after 1 hour. Me, the lecturer, I've set it that way. You have 1 hour to do it. You get 79 instead of 80. You can only redo it after 1 hour again. So when you do the first one, you get 80. You have passed. Or let's say you have even got 90. You have passed. But you want 100. You have to pass it high. You can retake it again after 1 hour. You can go and retake it. But what about, that's what Mr. Lowe is asking. What about if I fail the second time? That's why we have said the grading method, the system will take the highest grade. So if the first time you did it and you got 90, the second time you have done it and you have got 80, the system will take 90.
The system is nice.
But within 2 minutes. But one thing I want to tell you, what I should not tell you is, when you're sitting exam, like Mr. Matata said, there are 4 people together. Whether there are 4 people together and they're sitting exam in one room and you're sitting the same exam, my number 1 is not your number 1. That's what we have created in the system. My number 1 cannot be Timothy's number one. And even if my number one is Timothy's number two, if my choices are A, B, C, D, is A is not my A. So the system reshuffles questions. Reshuffles questions. So even if network is lost and you come back and you are redoing the question, your number one might not be number one again. Your answers might not be the right answers again, because the system reshuffles it like that. So that is on quiz. And after quiz, I want to share with you something on an assignment. I want to share with you something on an assignment. So also the assignment, you'll find a portal whereby, yes, it is here. On the assignment as a student, you'll get the assignment. Assignment is explained. For the example now, assignment is overdue. I'd put it, some students have done it, because it was put on this. So submission status, it will show submitted. Grading, if the lecturer has not graded, it will show you not graded. Due date was that. Time remaining is overdue. Last modified. So if the thing was due, then you, the student, on the assignment, you come and add submission. It will take you to a portal whereby you come and submit your assignment. You just copy it and paste it. When you paste it and everything is done, then you are on. I don't know. But I want to say, if it is not questions now, because I've talked about how do you access your courses, how do you access your handouts, handling your assignments and quiz, handling forums, and the progress bar. Ladies and gentlemen, I will accept your questions and answer questions, please, so that you can answer them. Thank you very much.
Yes, I have a question.
Yes, Matata.
Yeah, you know, this things is going to affecting us, because the way I see, you said the question, the quiz, if like it's raining or we have a mechanical problem, you are telling us you are going to have another questions which are different. You know, it's going to give us too much thinking and too much work, because now if I was answering all the questions, then after 1 minute I want to finish the exam or the quiz again, the network has disturbed, then again to come back again the new questions. You see that one is very hard. It's not affecting that. That's the one. The second one, yeah, they've been asking us, is it also a possible like as like the way we have been doing like this assignment or like exams this mid semester to know the result, then we send it to people who are giving us money, like our fathers, sponsors, something like that, because they've been telling us those things online. The sponsor cannot access the mid semester exam or whatever the result.
Mr. Matata, now if you go to the ERMS, if a lecturer has submitted your average coursework, it is only the registrar that can publish it. That's when you can see it. But when it comes to the LMS, you as a student, like now, I am Timothy here. I'm here as a student. I want to go back there. As a student, you have clicked your page and you have done your assignments, you have done your courses. When you come to navigation, there is this place called grades. When you come to navigation, there is grades. When you click at grades, you, the student, you will see your grades from that course. So for example, chapter 1 assignment, This Birumi has never submitted. So he has 0. He has 0. Quiz, it is not opened. He has not attempted it. He has 0. So, but whatever you do, when the system is open for you, you will see all of them on the grades. But when it comes to the grade that you want to share with your supervisor, then that one you're going to go to the ERMS. But if you have issues that you want to see the average courseworks and everything that has been entered on the system, the registrar must publish. When he publishes, that's when you, the student, can get it on ERMS. Thank you very much.
Any other question? Any question? If there is no question, then I'm going to, on behalf of the technical team, or let me begin, on behalf of the Vice Chancellor and his lieutenants, the management team, and on behalf of this technical team, we want to thank you so much. We are going to share with you the video that we're recording it over here, so that it will help you to be able to go through it again. Those of you who are, those who could not come, please share the video with them and then explain to them, so that they can be on board all the time. We want to thank you so much. If you don't have any question that, or if you have a burning question, we can answer the burning question now. But if there is no burning question, then we want to thank you, and we want you to save your data so that you can use it for your learning purposes and other things. We want to thank you so much. Before we leave, as he has said, those online classes has begun, right? Classes began on the 5th. Those online, the graduate school have their own program, but the whole university program, the finalists are coming on the 15th of this month. I'm talking about the whole school. But the graduate school, you have your program, which the directors are sending them to you. So just get in touch with them, and then you will get to know. Since your classes are only on Sundays, you get to them, and then they will allow you to know. Please, we want to be with you. If you have any problem, try to let us know. And as I said, now it is between you and your machine. The machine, if you don't pay your school fees, the machine will not allow you to enter. So get to know how to pay your school fees, and then it will open for you. The ERMS will open, you get all the courses that you need and everything. And then you come to the classroom, that is the LMS, and then you can study with your lecturers. We want to thank you so much. We are going to have a prayer, and we have Mr. Lou here. He came to back us. So I'm going to call him over here to come and pray for us, and then we shall call it a day. Mr. Lou, come.
Before the prayers.
Okay, before the prayers, Jeff wants something to say. He wants to say something, please.
Members, good afternoon. Dr. Ma was talking about a graduate school program, which is, I think he assumed could be different from others. But after this training today, the registration is already in progress. Please register and access materials. The 7th has already started. That was the communication I was giving. Thank you.
Thank you. Tell the others, those who are not there, tell them that the registration has begun. Sunday classes is beginning, right? So thank you so much. Mr. Lou, come.
Thank you. Let's pray. Dear our Lord, we thank you today for giving us this time to communicate with our students who are very far away. We thank you so much for giving our technical team the ability to share what they know with the students and what the system does, so that the students can easily understand it. We pray that while we are teaching our students from far, help us to be able to communicate with them, so they also communicate with their parents through the information given by our administrators. We also thank Lord to help us and get rid of this COVID so that we can share with our students as was before. I pray that with this information given to graduate school and others who are very far, who has not been with us today, give their colleagues ability to share with them so that they can understand what has been given to them today. I pray all of this through Jesus Christ, our Savior.
Thank you.
Thank you, our dear students. We are waiting for you online, virtually, so that we can interact. Thank you so much, and may the Lord be with you anywhere that you are. If you are satisfied, you wave back to me. Okay, I can see my voice is over there. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Omera.
Someone is asking, how can I get a link to the WhatsApp?